2. Hello, everybody. This is Bill Apter, right here with WrestleVotes. We are here to answer your questions. We are insiders in the world of pro wrestling, and usually our host is Joe What a Day Lowry. But right now, while you're watching this, Mr. Lowry is driving a Lowry from Iowa to New Hampshire, moving his base of operation. So in case you guys don't know what a Lowry is in England, that's a truck. It's a Lowry, all right. We got a lot of questions. I want to thank all of you for following us, the millions and millions of you, well, the thousands of you for following us each week. I'm Bill Apter, as you know, the most recognizable journalist in pro wrestling. And with me right now is a man who's hidden his face again this week, Joe from WrestleVotes. Welcome back to our weekly Q&A. It's good to almost see you.
Yeah, thank you, Bill. Appreciate being here once again. Yeah, tonight, no Joe Lowry. He is on the move back to the northeast portion of the country, so that's nice to hear. Otherwise, happy WrestleMania week to you, Bill. How's everything going?
You too. Now, wait a minute. I get a lot of feedback and flack that people say, why doesn't this WrestleVotes Joe ever show his face? Now, I know that there's probably a logical answer for this. So why don't you tell the people why you don't show your face?
Well, I grew up with the Masked Superstar, so I learned just to keep the identity hidden and to get you places. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Wow, I like that. Do you think one day maybe we could? I mean, do you have a? Go ahead.
Well, you know, much like Hulk was part of the Machines, maybe one day you may see who WrestleVotes is. But right now, as we're here on Sportskeeda, not right now.
The WrestleVotes machine. I like that. All right. I know that we have many questions for you and I to answer. And then I want to go over, since it's WrestleMania week, I want to go over WrestleMania and your picks and my picks. All right. Why don't you hit into the questions? And for you fans, by the way, who want to send us in questions, we are always open to new members of the Q&A and WrestleVotes team. So make sure you send your questions in. Okay, WrestleVotes Joe, WVJ. That's your new name. What do we got?
Let's do it. All right. So apologies ahead of time if I mispronounce some of these names, but we'll start with Michael. Michael U. He says, with Jeff Cobb coming to WWE, could David Finlay follow suit?
Well, I think that's quite possible. I hear there are a lot of people, well, not a lot, but a handful of people who are looking at wanting to go to WWE because that's where the money lies. But we don't know if Jeff Cobb or Dave Finlay or anyone else, if they go into that machine, it's a totally different situation than being in New Japan, than being in any other company. And sometimes you may have to start all the way back at the beginning and go maybe start in NXT before you move up to the main roster. Because with so many other people moving up to the main roster, they need to fill the NXT roster.
Absolutely agree there, Bill. I believe David Finlay, having his family heritage here in the WWE with Fit, eventually you'd see him. I just don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Why do you say that?
New Japan, over the course of the last 10 years or so, they've lost the star they made in Kenny Omega. They lost the star they made in Jay White. I think if they're trying to make this star in David Finlay and revolve the company around him in some aspects, I'd hope for his sake he stays there and sees it through.
You know, you mentioned something, the star that they made in Omega and the star that they made in Jay White. I think Jay White is excellent, and so is Omega, of course. But when you look at Jay White, he looks like a regular guy to me. He does. If you had him, pick the wrestler out of three guys, he doesn't look the part, does he?
No, don't disagree there. I think he's in amazing shape, but he doesn't quite stand out in the lineup of wrestlers. So I agree with you there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But his lady does.
Yeah, obviously.
His lady, Tony Storm, is still timeless and absolutely amazing. So what else we got?
Ah, question number 2 comes from Jumpman. He says, I tend not to give credence to certain reports, but if The Rock is not at WrestleMania, do you think it was because of a falling out creatively?
No, I don't. Definitely. I think if The Rock's not there, it's because, and I've mentioned this before, he's doing a movie with Martin Scorsese in Europe, and it might
Yep.
be just that he can't get there. But I was thinking of something very unusual that if he's not there, you ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Okay. Rock doesn't show up. John Cena does not win, but he's still on
Okay.
this retirement tour. The Rock comes back when the movie's finished and slaps Cena in the face, saying, I brought you on because I thought you could beat Cody Rhodes, and you disappointed the hell out of me.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, that could work. I don't hate it. My thing here with the question, going back to the question, is Rock has the power, creatively speaking, to do whatever he wants. So I don't think if he doesn't show up, it's because of something creative. I do believe in the end he will be there, but that's, I guess, a different question for a different night.
I've talked to members of his family, and they don't even know if he's going to be there yet.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It is interesting. We're getting closer, though, Bill. We're getting closer.
Got the fever, brother. All right,
Question.
what's up next, Joe?
Our next question comes from the Balor Club Guys podcast. He says, Happy WrestleMania week, guys. With
You too.
WrestleMania not selling out when a ticket price is too expensive. For example, a $600 ticket after fees comes to $821. P.S. I'm flying to Las Vegas without tickets, and hopefully I will get a good deal once I land.
Well, I heard $600 is cheap from what I
Right,
heard. I heard there are
right.
tickets going for over $1,000, and you're paying for this. You're paying for it as an event, but I think they should have, and it's an old term. They should have like a bleachers section for people
Sure.
who can't afford that, and or maybe make a special deal for like PAL groups or things like this to get in cheaper with that, because right
Yep.
now, between the cost of a ticket for WrestleMania, 1 or 2 nights, 2 nights if you can afford it, also going to WrestleCon if you do, WWE World, and all the other events that WWE is running, you got to be pretty well in the pocket to be able to do WrestleMania, not even week, a WrestleMania day. So
You ain't kidding there, Bill. Forgot about the Hall of Fame and the comedy show and the Undertaker show and everything else that you could possibly go to that cost money. So they're asking a lot of these fans. Um, I do want to point out that in that question, the guy said a $600 ticket comes to $821 with taxes. Taxes and fees have nothing to do with WWE, so I understand it's expensive, but that's the city of Las Vegas as well. They put additional taxes and fees on top. So, even if you get a $200 ticket, it's going to come out to about $400, and that's unfortunate, but that's the name of the game in Las Vegas.
yeah, but what happens to the mom and dad who have 4 kids and we want to go to WrestleMania? Well, we can watch it on Peacock. No, we want to go to WrestleMania. And
Yep.
there are people taking out their savings, money out
Yep.
of their savings to do this, because this is similar to I want to go to the Super Bowl. It's the
Absolutely.
same
Absolutely.
thing.
It's one of the biggest events in the world, Bill, and people are paying for it this year. But I hope everybody who's going is going to have a good time. I'm sure they will.
Well, by the way, I will not be selling my press credentials. So don't ask.
In
Don't
case anybody
ask.
was looking for them. All right.
Just in
We have a
case.
question from Nesson Bahar. He says, I have a question for WrestleVotes. Have you heard of any new contract renewals in WWE? I have not. Nothing over the last week or so that I could speak on. Nothing worth noting. I don't know about you, Bill.
No, not at all. Not at all. But I'm sure if any contracts are coming up with the top tier of guys, they're not, or ladies, they're not going anywhere else. Where
Yeah, I don't
else can you
imagine.
make a living doing this for over six figures if you want to
Yeah,
do
I
this?
mean,
But what gets me
um,
now is that even with contracts coming up, they've cut out all the spot shows, correct?
right.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. But now they're going all over the world. They're going 5 or 6 days in Europe. They're going everywhere. They're planning next year to go to India. You're traveling and seeing the
Yep.
world. So now that you're not away from your family, let's say 6 nights a week doing spot shows, you're now gone for almost 2 weeks at a time in other countries. It's amazing how this company started off, with little spot shows and smoky arenas, and look where it is now, a worldwide
Absolutely.
phenom.
Absolutely. I agree. You maybe not traveling as many days of the year, but when you do travel, sometimes you're away for a lot longer. So it's an interesting mix that they're trying to do now.
Yeah, and they do, it's nice because they do have a day to travel and do some sightseeing, but it's got to be a hell of a grind doing
Oh,
this. A
absolutely.
good grind, a good grind.
Our next question is from Nesson, same guy. He says, any update on the WWE draft?
I have heard nothing new on that.
Yeah, Nesson, I'd imagine it's a post WrestleMania thing, maybe late May or so. Usually comes in the springtime, so I'd expect the same this year.
Nesson, thank you, by the
Uh,
way, for being a weekly contributor. We really
yes,
appreciate it.
we have a longer question here from Michael, so bear with me. He says, gentlemen, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Happy WrestleMania week. A couple questions for you. Number one, do you expect a crowd shot at Stand and Deliver that they've used in the past to debut upcoming talent like Julia last year? And if so, who do you expect that to be?
Well, that could be, yes. That could be Paige.
Sure, I guess it could be anybody.
It could be
I don't.
Mariah May.
Oh, a little. I think it's a little early for that, but wouldn't that be
Okay.
something, huh?
Yeah, but it could right now, it could be Paige or it could be the other Bella.
Oh, Brie Bella on the way back.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but the reason being I did an exclusive interview that will run I think Thursday with Natty Neidhart, who's going to be
Okay.
competing in shoot style wrestling at Josh Barnett's
Yes.
Bloodsport on Thursday in Las Vegas. And she was telling me that Paige and both Bellas have been invited and taken up her invitation to her private dojo that she and her husband Tyson run in Florida.
So now that is interesting. With the
Now that's a
news and
scoop.
there we go. We have a scoop here on Russell Binge with Sports Kita. Bill, it makes sense with the Evolution pay-per-view rumored to be coming back. If you can get all these ladies back in ring shape and put them on the card, you're going to have a good night. So I like that. I like that story.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say
Sure.
they bring back Evolution, okay? And it's a strictly ladies thing. If they had a general manager for that show,
Wow.
who is it?
You're putting me on the spot here, Bill. The
That's
first
okay.
name that came to my mind was Medusa.
Oh, that would be great. I never even thought of that. That would be great. Do you think they
What would
take the Rock's daughter and bring her in as commission?
that's another great option. She's already in the position on TV, so people would relate to it. Yeah,
Medusa. Wow. What a role that would be. She would be a
well,
real
thank you.
hard-ass commissioner.
I think she's built for that job. Her
Wow.
personality, I think, fits it perfectly.
Absolutely 100%. I love it.
With
I love it.
with the monster truck backgrounds and the stuff that she gets into, I think she could be a real authority figure. I think it would be perfect.
I'm in total agreement. I would love to see her back in WWE in some role, and I think that would be a prime spot for her.
Michael continues and he says, can you guys please give me your Mania predictions for the CM Punk match, as well as the men's and women's heavyweight title matches for both brands? Enjoy WrestleMania and thank you for all that you do. Kind regards, Michael.
Michael, we're going to skip that until our final question because I've got the whole WrestleMania lineup here for both nights that I'd like to go over with WrestleVotes Joe before we close. So if we can come back to that, the answer is,
Yes,
of
sir.
course, we'll do that. Absolutely.
Sounds good, Bill. Daryl is chiming in. He says, any surprises for Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania?
I don't know of any. However, there is always a surprise. Keep in mind that, and not wrestling wise, but Bret Hart will still probably be in town. Stone Cold will
Sure.
probably still be in town. And I think a lot of the legends that are going to be at the Hall of Fame might show up on Monday night to do something.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think you're going to have a loaded show on Netflix, the first Raw on Netflix after WrestleMania. I think they probably want to make it special. So I'd expect a surprise or two, and definitely on SmackDown as well. So yeah, looking
Are
forward
you
to it.
going to
Thanks
be
for the
there?
question there.
You're going to be at the Raw after WrestleMania?
I sure will. I sure will.
My flight
Oh yeah.
leaves out at 10 o'clock that night. What time is the show
So
in Vegas?
it's going to start at 5 p.m. local. It should be out by 7:45.
Oh, I should be able to be there too. So if you fancy me there, come say hello. And if you see Joe from WrestleVotes, tell him I said hello too. He looks like. All right.
All right. We have a question from Dr. Chris Featherstoned.
Oh,
He
Dr.
said,
Chris, who I do unscripted with every single week. And by
I
the
believe
way, I was just told, and I don't know if I'm going to show up. Is that Dr. Chris Featherstone?
no, that's his imposter, Dr. Chris Featherstoned.
Oh, then I'm not going to give this away. But at 11 p.m. Eastern time, he and I will be doing unscripted on the Wrestle Room Facebook page. And I understand he has invited John Cena Sr. on the show.
Ooh.
So I don't know if I want to be on the show. But
Yeah, that's going to be tricky. Be careful with
I
that one,
do
man.
have a contract with Sportskeeda. So I don't know. Don't know how I'm going to handle this.
Mr. Featherstoned asks, did you see the Mariah May post that was making the rounds yesterday on Twitter?
Yeah, well, we were just talking about that. So is she coming to WWE? All I can say is Mariah May.
I like that answer, and I'm going to stick to it myself. She may.
So let me ask you a question. Mariah May
sir.
comes to WWE, main roster. Who's the first feud? I have an idea.
Ooh, another good one on the spot. The first one that comes to my head there is Tiffany Stratton. I think they're very similar in a lot of regards. They're young. They're good in the ring. They look decent enough. I don't want to cross lines there. So yeah, I'd say if she signs up with WWE, her and Tiffany Stratton can make a lot of money together.
She never was there during Jade Cargill's time, was she?
AEW, no, she wasn't.
I think that would be a very interesting situation.
Wow, clash of styles for sure there, but
yeah.
I like
just
that.
think but I like what you said. Her against Tiffy time. It's almost like a mirror of each other.
Right.
Yeah.
the double doinks from WrestleMania 9.
Oh, right. So the double Tiffys. They would bring her in as Tiffy's sister.
Imagine that.
Tiffy
we have a question from Lucky.
I'm sorry. Tiffy and Missy. Ooh. Okay.
Why not?
Sorry about that. I was going up on a tangent.
No, Lucky 3 Charm says, what is going on with Roxanne Perez? Do you expect her to be fully on the main roster after WrestleMania? And do you know why they suddenly axed her story with Bayley?
I don't know why they axed that at all. It was good to see her on the main roster, even though she wasn't successful. It gave fans a taste of what she could do on the main roster.
Totally agree. Do believe she's part of the main roster post WrestleMania. I think she's going to get a good spot too when she's officially on either Raw or SmackDown.
Losses don't mean the same
Michael
thing.
Yu. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ben.
No, it's okay. Losses don't mean the same thing. If somebody gets pinned like she did, they bring her back stronger the next time. It's not like you lost in your prelim bum anymore. So,
no, absolutely not. I think she's got a hell of a career lined up for her.
Yeah.
Michael Yu again. He says, are there plans for Chelsea Green to compete at WrestleMania?
Yeah, why isn't she on the show at this point?
Beats me.
So it's got to be something where she's going to have to do a run in on something to bring her into her next storyline.
That would be fine. You know, I did see the reports yesterday that there were ideas that she could be the host of WrestleMania. That didn't seem to pan out. But I would like to see her on the show. I think she deserves it. I think the crowd there is going to look for her too. So I hope she makes it.
She's going to do something special there, even though it's not going to be a match. If she does a run in or something, she's going to create a stir at WrestleMania.
I don't disagree at all. Todd J, a friend of the show, he says, what's your guys' pick for the match that steals the show at WrestleMania?
The Showstealer? The Showstopper?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Give me your pick, if you don't mind going first.
Yeah, no, I think the 4-way for the Intercontinental title it has all the makings to become an instant classic. You know, those guys, Penta and Braun Breaker and the others, I think it's going to be incredible. So I do hope it steals the show.
Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
How about that?
That's it.
His WrestleMania debut.
That's right. No, I think your pick is absolutely correct. I think that is going to steal the show. I really do. And by the way, on Monday Night Raw, once again, Penta in his match, the match was again almost 60 his opponent and 40 Penta. And they're doing that with Ray Phoenix too. The commentators are talking so broadly about what great legends they are and how terrific they are, yet they're both getting killed in so much of the match.
Absolutely agree.
I don't get it. They're not matching the commentator.
That's exactly right. It's kind of what I was trying to spit out over here. It doesn't seem like the actions in the ring are the same as what's portrayed, but maybe it's just because they're young and they're waiting to heat them up. I don't know, Bill. That's interesting.
Yeah. What else
Todd
you got,
J,
Joe?
He's got a couple more. He says the 2-night cards are out for both night 1 and night 2. He said if you had to choose, which night is going to be better?
Ooh, that's a good one. Let me take a look at the cards here. I'm gonna say night 2 because the whole situation with Cody and John Cena is the top off of the weekend. And still, would you pick the same night?
I would. I think the anticipation of that match is above all else. So I would say night 2.
Are they going to add on Randy Orton and Nick Aldis? What do you think?
I don't know if it'll be Nick Aldis, but I'm 99% sure they're going to add a Randy Orton match to Sunday's card. I haven't been able to lock down who the opponent is, which is a good thing. At this point in the game, Bill, I would say you got Randy Orton. Unfortunately, in this to be determined type of opponent for WrestleMania, you got to try to make the most of it. I would say right up until he's in the ring, don't announce his opponent.
Since the rumors, and it's been proven that Miro has been up in Connecticut, everybody will recognize him. So Nick Aldis just says, you wanted a tough opponent? Here he is, and hit the music, and there he is. I think that would be amazing.
That would be fine. Yeah. Maybe that's where they go. Maybe they go Aleister Black. There's a number of options they could pick, but I hope
I
it
don't
turns
think
out to
they'll
be well.
recognize I don't think everybody will recognize Aleister Black like they would recognize Miro. Just my opinion.
No, I think you're right on that. Todd J says, any chance Roman and Seth join back up and go against Punk at WrestleMania?
I say, yeah, going to surprise people. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think they work together a little bit too. I don't know if it's for the whole match, but I do think you see some Shield flashbacks there for a portion of the contest.
Yeah, the fans want to see that. They really do. They want to see them
Absolutely.
get along. Yeah.
Todd J's
And
last question is, hi guys, hope all is well. So rumors have it Mariah May is coming to WWE. Is that
there we
true?
go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we addressed that earlier in the show. All I can say is I hope so.
Would agree. Don't know for sure. I know the rumors are coming in hot and heavy right now. If I can dig more, we will report on Thursday here on Sportskeeda. But as of now, I've got nothing much to add to this speculation that is already out there. So we'll
But
leave it at
don't
that.
forget, her boss is looking at the speculation. So if she's worth
Oh, yes, he
more
is.
than he's paying her right now, she could wind up right back there.
Absolutely. You're 100% right there, Bill.
It's either the paycheck
We have
or the recognition. It depends which one is more important to her.
You are correct. We have 3 questions left. The Balor Club podcast again. He says, I feel like Jey Uso has to win at WrestleMania to solidify himself as a main event Jey Uso. Do you guys think Jey wins or Gunther wins?
Originally, I thought Gunther, but I think after Gunther went completely berserk with his promo, getting anger, I think somehow they're going to pull this out and the fans are going to go home yeeting throughout Las Vegas.
See, personally, I would like to see Jey Uso win.
Yeah,
I
me
have a
too.
feeling. I have a feeling that Gunther's going to walk out the champ. I don't know. I'm excited for the match more than I was, though. So that's a credit to both those guys. They've turned it up the last couple of weeks.
Can you imagine the hundreds and hundreds of people going down the Las Vegas Strip? Yeet, yeet,
Yeet.
Nothing really.
It's going to happen. It's Las Vegas is going to be alive this weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We have one more question from the Balor Club guy. He says, with this being John Cena's last WrestleMania, I feel Cena should win the title from Cody and become the 17-time champion. Do you guys agree or disagree?
I think, and nobody's going to believe this, but I think Cena's going to lose. I don't think they're going to take. Yeah, and I think it's going to be, if The Rock's not there, Cena loses, and that becomes a Rock-Cena feud down the line because The Rock didn't come to be with him as he said he would. So up until 2 hours ago, I said Cena wins. Then I got a call explaining to me why he might not win. So I'm going with that call.
How about that?
All right, you ready to go for our WrestleMania picks?
We have 2 more questions.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said that was the last
Let's do it quickly.
question.
That was the last question from our friend Balor Club. We do have 2 additional.
Oh, thank you, friend Balor Club.
The WWE's Lobby Monster is asking 2 questions. He says, Shawn Michaels is known for being Mr. WrestleMania. What is your favorite Shawn Michaels WrestleMania match?
Was Flair Shawn WrestleMania?
Yes.
I don't remember. Oh, that would be it.
Yes, WrestleMania 24.
That's
a great match. One of my favorites.
It was ushering out one era and bringing in a different era.
Totally agree. Think the match is incredible. If I had to say another one, him and Kurt Angle was also really good at WrestleMania 21.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's for Shawn Michaels, right? Okay.
Yes. And he says, Bill, specifically, do you have any memories of the first few
Wait. And then, do I
WWE.
have any memory?
Yep.
Yes, I am older, but I still have a memory. Okay.
He says, do you have any memories of the first few WWE Hall of Fames from 1993 through 1996 when it was not connected to WrestleMania?
Oh yeah. I was at the very first one. God, I remember sitting at a table with Arnold and Betty Skolin, and with Gorilla
Wow.
Monsoon and his wife. Yeah. So it was the meeting one of my heroes, Bobby Davis, who was the manager of Nature Boy Buddy Rogers. So yeah,
Wow.
it was good because it was an invited audience back then, and it was all family. It was wonderful. It wasn't now. I understand that the Hall of Fame this year will be in a small theater in the Fontainebleau Hotel in
Yes, sir.
Las Vegas, and there's not going to be 15,000 fans there. It's going to be small and intimate, which I'm looking
Yep.
forward to.
The last estimate was about 2,800 people. So that's a fairly small crowd for
It
WWE.
sure is, yeah.
And our final question of the night comes from Hunter. He says, any update on if Paul and Heyman will be back together after WrestleMania? I think he means Punk and Heyman. Or will Roman go alone? So that's his question.
I don't have an update, but hypothetically, Paul and Roman get back together again. Paul says that this whole friendship with CM Punk was there, but at this point, he is supporting the tribal chief, and we're going to get a Punk and Roman Reigns feud again.
Yeah, I could see that. I think
With Paul
those two guys
Heyman
wanna.
supporting, and
Yeah,
Paul
those two
Heyman.
guys.
By the way, what a great, I hate to use the word actor, but Paul Heyman's face and his emotions are amazing.
Oh, he's been incredible his whole career. I mean, you know before anybody else how incredible that
Yeah,
man
but
is. But as of late,
more so here.
yeah,
He's got the face and the emotion of when he shot photos at ringside next to me, and the promoter would come over and say, "You can't be around the ring." He did all those same things. He cried. He did this. He did everything. Yeah, you're right.
it worked out for him.
It did.
So that's it.
It did.
That's our questions.
That's it. Well, let's go over quick picks because there's a lot of
Let's do it.
matches. All right, and I don't want to run out of time. And again, I want you, Joe, to be a fan here, not someone who is in the business. I want you to look at this as you're a 15-year-old kid going to the matches,
Lifelong fan. You got
and
it.
you believe it. So let's start off with the War Raiders, who are the tag team champions, against the New Day for the tag team belts. I am picking the War Raiders to retain. What about you?
All right. I'm picking the New Day to win the titles.
Okay. All right. That's our quick pick. Rey Mysterio against El Grande Americano. I cannot see El Grande getting out of there losing. There's going to be
Wow.
interference more. I can't see him losing.
Wow. That means we're going to be different on our first two. I think Rey Mysterio wins, and I think El Grande gets unmasked.
Oh, I don't. It's too early to get him unmasked. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
All right.
All right. Let's go with the crazed Naomi. Never seen her so crazy against Jade Cargill. This is going to be and I rarely use this thing. It's going to be a double DQ. They're going to be fighting all over the place. It's going to be a count. It's going to go to two more pay-per-views. PLEs. What do you think?
Okay. I think it's probably a short match, unfortunately, for my Naomi. I do believe Jade Cargill gets the win here.
Oh, no, Naomi's character. All right, we're allowed to disagree. L.A. Knight, the champion,
Yeah.
of course, against Jacob Fatu. Listen, like in my interview with Maddie Neidhart, I love my Samoans. I think he's crazy enough, and the fans want him to win this match. He's going to be a great champion, Fatu.
Agree. Think everybody would love to see it, and I hope it happens myself. Give me Jacob Fatu.
Okay. Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy time against Charlotte Flair. You know, the Queen really wants to win this thing, but I think she's going to get slapped in the face, and Tiffy time's going to leave as champion.
I agree as well. Tiffany Stratton would be my pick.
Okay. Gunther against Jey Uso. I changed my prediction. I said the fans are going to yeet down the strip in Las Vegas. Somehow, Jey Uso, and I think there's going to be a surprise run-in from Jimmy, who is going to come in with the neck brace or whatever. So, who do you pick? You pick Gunther, right?
I do. I'd like to see Jay, but I think Gunther wins.
Okay. Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, the triple threat there. No titles on the line. The fans want to see CM Punk. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins might team up at the beginning with this thing, but eventually they're going to bicker so much CM Punk's going to wind up pinning one of the two of them.
Yeah, Bill, I think I agree with you there. I could see all of them winning. I am rooting for CM Punk, so I will pick CM Punk.
All right, let's go now to night number 2. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the tag team champions, against Lyra, Valkyria, and Bayley, the challengers. I have got the challengers winning this one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
really. Yeah.
Wow.
I think the fans are enamored with Lyra at this point. Or if it goes the other way, Bayley attacks her. But I think they're going to win. I think this is a fan's choice match, so to say, and I think they're going to win. And Lyra is going to go down as a 2-belt Lyra.
Yeah, double champion she'd be. I will pick the Judgment Day. I think they're going to try to keep the titles on Liv and Raquel.
Okay, I can see that. AJ Styles against Logan Paul. Logan Paul there's something missing. I don't know what it is. There's an aura or something missing about Logan Paul, and I think AJ Styles is going to win that match.
Interesting. I think Logan Paul gets the win here. We're a little off on all these.
No, they can't dump AJ Styles yet. No, he's got to get back in the winning column again. That's my opinion.
I wouldn't mind that. I think he's great. Yeah, but I think I'll pick Logan Paul.
All right. The 31-mile-an-hour Braun Breaker Spear champion versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic. The edge here, I think, is going to go to Penta, but I think they're still working on Braun Breaker, and I don't think they want to take the belt off him. Oh, I'm supposed to talk as a fan. Braun Breaker is going to win.
You know what? I feel the same way here. I'd like to see any of them win. I'm a fan of all 4 of them, believe it or not, but I do believe Braun Breaker wins and retains his title.
Or they PO everybody and give it to Dominic.
The moment, Bill, if they put the belt on Dominic, I think that moment, the pop, the reaction from that crowd will be incredible. So I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Yeah, me either, to be honest with you. Drew McIntyre in a Sin City street fight against Damian Priest. Again, Damian Priest, good worker, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. Drew McIntyre's got to stay up in his position. I'm picking Drew McIntyre to win somehow.
I am picking Drew McIntyre to win as well. I think it'll be a violent match, but I do believe McIntyre comes out on top.
Io Sky, the champion, against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Nobody wants to see Rhea Ripley lose, but Io Sky is going to retain the title.
Agree 100%. I think people are underestimating Io Sky winning here, and that's why I think she takes home the championship.
And then we've got the big one. The big one, as they say in sports. You remember Howard Cosell?
Of course.
Speaking of sports, it will be the magnificent John Cena, who you will be able to see against the undisputed champion Cody Rhodes. Initially, I was going to say John Cena, but because of a buzz that I got in my ear earlier, I'm coming out of my fanhood. Cody Rhodes is going to retain that title, and The Rock, whether he's there or not, is going to become PO'd at John Cena like we've never seen before. Cody retains the belt.
Interesting. It's a great pick there, Bill. I'm going the opposite side again. I do believe John Cena wins. I think the moment of winning 17 at WrestleMania is too hard to pass for them. I think he wins and passes Ric Flair this Sunday night.
Okay, what if John Cena wins? The Rock shows up. The Rock says, "Give me the belt." Cena says, "No." The Rock bottoms John Cena, wins the belt. At that point, Cody Rhodes challenges The Rock. 3 Cody cutters. Cody gets the belt back. Cena gets that championship. It's kind of like the Hogan, Bret Hart, Yokozuna thing.
Right down the road at Caesar's Palace
It
all those
all
years ago. So it
all
would
happens in
make
one
sense.
night. Cena gets the title, the 17th title. Rock wins it immediately. Cody comes back and beats Rock.
That would be something. It would make people's heads explode. But I think they'd be talking about it. So we'll see.
What if that happens? And I had nothing I've heard. I just think if I was on the booking committee, I think that'd be great.
It would certainly be a Las Vegas type of ending, like you said. You know, they did all
Yeah,
those years ago, WrestleMania 9. So to go full circle and do it again, that would be something.
yeah. So this time, what happens in Vegas will not stay in Vegas. We'll all be watching with bated breath. I hope I see millions of you at WrestleMania and WrestleVotes. Joe, I don't know what you look like, but we'll see you. For WrestleVotes, Joe, and for me, Bill Apter, and Joe Lowry, who I'm sure is monitoring this as he is back in the Northeast region with his baby cakes. We missed you this week. We'll see you next week. Joe, we'll see you
At the matches. Enjoy WrestleMania, everyone.